Timberline Off-Road. Got the drift truck in here. We're gonna start working on a roll cage today. We're just gonna do half the cage for now. We've got about a week left until our drift event on the 4th. We got this tubing right here. We got 1.5 inch 120 wall. We got a stick of DOM and then 2 sticks of the regular stuff. We're gonna do the main hoop, the harness bar, and just 2 tubes down to the frame right here. So we're just gonna start by getting rid of this interior. The seat belt's taken out, make some more room for this main hoop. Don't watch this video as like a how-to because I have no idea what I'm doing. Plate's gonna go right here, so I'm gonna have to cut out some of the sound deadening. Dang, I got a gnarly smudge.
So you're at 27 inches.
Like that? Is that what you want?
Yeah, but a straight line.
Just cut off 3.5 feet and let's go try to bend this. I forgot to record it, but we got the first bend. Should be enough. And this tube goes, let me just show you guys. Beautifully cut hole in the cab. Don't worry, I'm gonna cover that up. Nobody will ever see that, but goes straight down to the frame, bend up to the top. Harness bar goes across right here, and I'm gonna notch right here for the harness bar. There we go. Second hole's cut. Try to hit the cab with a heat gun to try to get rid of this headliner. Yeah. Hit it with the heat gun and it actually came off a lot easier than I expected. Carefully peeled it back and I didn't tear it or anything, so I might be able to save it depending on if we can fit the tube underneath it. This is what the main hoop looks like. I think our next step is to get a rough measure of all this for the main hoop and then cut it out of the dom stick over there and then try to bend it up. I got 11 feet, but I'm gonna add like another 1.5 feet just in case. Oh, didn't click the record button. But I just cut this, so now we have our 12.5 foot stick. And then we're gonna go take it and put it in the bender, and then we're gonna try to bend it. First bend, mocked up, looks pretty good. Gonna start on the second one. I've already made my line right here of where I wanna start, and then I'll use that like angle duplicator thing that I have, and then I can watch it on the bender, and then once it gets close, I can bring it back over here and test it out. Finished up the second bend. Alright, about to do the last bend. We got the main hoop all bent up. We're gonna try to fit it in here and see what adjustments we need to make. Come on, come on. Okay. Dang!
Pretty good fitment up in here.
Alright, gotta run.
Adios.
Big sigh of relief, the main hoop actually fits. It's a little tight, so I got the ratchet strap in here, but I haven't connected it to the frame yet, but the tolerances are pretty close. Like, I don't know if I could get much tighter with the main hoop, so I'm stoked on it and I didn't waste any material. Next thing we have to do is just cut out the harness bar and then fit those 2 cross sections to the harness bar. Alright, so just like that we have our harness bar. Hit it with the tube notcher. To the best of my ability, I have these vice grips holding it down flat onto the flat surface of the table to even out the whole hoop while I go ahead and tack in this harness bar and start fabbing up the other bars. Now, to get this main hoop to fit in the cab, I did have to use this ratchet strap to pull it in a little bit. So I do have it all anchored down with the vice grips, but I'm going to go ahead and weld these little tabs right here on the table just so I can go ahead and get rid of the ratchet strap and still keep the width I want, as well as keep it level to the table. Okay, so a small little update. Got the main hoop back in, and I notched the main hoop for those little side pieces. They meet up in the center. I'm stoked with how well it fits in here. The only thing is I wish I had a little bit more room for my harness, but it is a pickup. It's the best I can do. That should be enough. Wish there was more, but that's okay. And another thing, while I was trying to get this this hoop in here. Since I tacked these on, the whole assembly was a little bit longer. And while I was trying to maneuver the main hoop in, the main hoop actually fell on my steering column cover. So you're gonna have to find another one of those because it got absolutely obliterated. Took the main hoop back out. Now we're working on these last two crossbars, and then after this, I think we're almost ready to finish weld this whole hoop. This table is a mess. Alright. So I got both these bars cut out and bent kind of to where I want them. Still got some small stuff I gotta do to these. I'm gonna do the trail gear tube clamps right here and there on both sides so I can take the bars out so I can remove the bed still. Then after that I'm gonna bring it back in and then tack these guys onto the back and then cut. Now before I go ahead and attach these rear bars to the main hoop, I do have to complete this weld first, because after I tack the bar on, this weld will be inaccessible, so I need that to be a complete weld. So I'm going to go ahead and weld it right now, bring it back up, and then tack this hoop on. Probably try it again.
Bro's getting sturdy with the
Is there a battery in there?
Hey!
Oh hell! Alright, so we got the main hoop back out of the car, back onto the table. Time to go around and do some finish welding. And then, I don't know what else after that. Day 4. The main hoop all welded up. Just gonna give it some paint. Okay, so the main hoop is painted and back in the car. And the next step is we're gonna try to grab the heat gun and attempt to heat up this headliner back here, and then press the main hoop against it and try to stretch the vinyl out so the main hoop can go closer to the cab, so I can keep the original headliner. I still don't know if this is gonna work. That worked. That absolutely worked. Explain to us what's going on.
So what we have here is the root gap is too big, so what I'm going to do is just push on it a little bit like that and then have Jace tack it while I'm holding it.
There we go, that's where we want it. Alright, let's do it. Everything's cook-a-looking, yeah. So this is what those trail gear tubing clamps look like. Bolt on the top and a bolt on the bottom. This is where we're at. We got that side all welded. Adding some more paint to the main hoop and those two down bars. Got this wheel off on this side so I can access this weld right here. Trying to access that weld right there. That weld sucks because I burnt myself and I started freaking out, but it'll hold. It'll hold. Drift events have always like pushed me to actually like meet my goals with this truck. I don't really do anything to it unless I have a drift event coming up, and this drift event, my goal was to finish a cage. So let's get to it. All right, so explain to us what's going on.
Okay, I'm feeding the wire into the window rubber so that we can pull it out and set the glass.
No more slider. No more rattles. Sweet. The 2 bed bars are bolted on. Solid glass back windows looking nice. This is what the slider used to look like. It was super bulky and it would always rattle and stuff. So I'm glad that it's all one piece now. So the cage is where it's going to be. It's all in the right spot. Get the light going. I got it wrapped around the headliner. Tucked in there pretty well. We're not going to do too much, but got little gussets to add onto the side just for a little extra peace of mind, but yeah, it's coming out pretty good. Right now it's 9:41 and we have till 12 tomorrow to be ready to go and out of here and on the road. So let's get to work. Use some seam seal and cut out some plates to seal up the holes that we cut earlier. Now we're just going to try to cut the carpet to fit the cage. I did get the harnesses on. I'm just trying to get as much as I can done. Not trying to waste any time, so I'm doing other stuff while that crap's drying. Night is getting closer to an end. I've got the bed cleaned out. Now this is its final form. This is how it fits. I've got the seat brackets back in here. Just spraying all the dirt out so I can get ready to put the seats in. So currently 3:27 a.m. We leave today at 12, which is in like 9 hours. Haven't gone to bed yet, but this cage is finally done after 4 long days. And just like that, the cage project is complete. 4 long days, late nights. We're done. We got the harnesses in there. Got everything all buttoned up. All right. So next adventure is the track day. Which, well, I was gonna say tomorrow, but it's actually today. So that'll be the next video. So thank you guys for tuning in, watching me do nothing. Thanks for watching me learn how to build a cage. It was really fun. I would have enjoyed building that cage a lot more if I didn't have a deadline, but it was still fun no matter what, but I should shut up.